I'm not worried. Once is the truth. Obia should be rest assured. Mona said, make an Agyapong. The truth will always set me free.
No Pein.
We can vote people in and out. Personalities, okay? But my dear, what we need to do in this country is to establish a situation where even if it was the devil who should come and sit on top of us in Ghana, by virtue of certain procedures, certain practices, the devil cannot get away with doing whatever he wants. He would necessarily have to do what the people expect of him.
No Pein.
So what they are doing, some of us will not keep quiet. Some of us will not allow you to destroy this party.
No Pein.
Betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana.
No Pein.
Whether you like it or not, Ghana, for the youth of this country, I'll put my life on the line. Anything that is wrong in society, I will say it.
No Pein.
I noticed that when the finance minister came to present his statement, for the first time after the inauguration, the swearing in, the majority side was heavily populated. Mr. Speaker, that notwithstanding, Mr. Speaker, we have witnessed what we can best describe as an Azan budget.
No Pein.
It's not party more. Use processing and the sabotage will be. It will happen. So long as Nyakopama Moding near Betinia Casa near WhatsApp platform, this we will say it every day to make sure say selfish individuals the minia to please their own self.
No Pein.
Mo be another no say jai illegal mining.
No Pein.
Maka and mesa reinforce. Say me reinforce say NDC for and mo illegal mining at this time.
No Pein. No Pein. No Pein. No Pein. No Pein. No Pein. No Pein.
So abani we ya ye bobo se wawen obi gina TV3 so o ka kire nipa na wo se wo na TV company mfo no ko dwan mahama ko ka kire se abani de kom ne abufuo na to ye.
No Pein.
Na asa akọ na do so ka kire se te e kom ne abufuo so no so ba no anya de kom ne abufuo be sa ato tia.
No Pein.
I'm not worried. Once is the truth. Obia should be rest assured. Mona said, make an Agyapong. The truth will always set me free.
No Pein.
We can vote people in and out. Personalities, okay? But my dear, what we need to do in this country is to establish a situation where even if it was the devil who should come and sit on top of us in Ghana, by virtue of certain procedures, certain practices, the devil cannot get away with doing whatever he wants. He would necessarily have to do what the people expect of him.
No Pein. No Pein.
So what they are doing, some of us will not keep quiet. Some of us will not allow you to destroy this party.
No Pein.
Betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana.
No Pein.
Whether you like it or not, Ghana, for the youth of this country, I'll put my life on the line. Anything that is wrong in society, I will say it.
No Pein.
I noticed that when the finance minister came to present his statement, for the first time after the inauguration, the swearing in, the majority side was heavily populated. Mr. Speaker, that notwithstanding, Mr. Speaker, we have witnessed
to abani wie ya ye bobo se wawen obi gina TV3 so o ka kire nipa na wo se una TV companyimfo no ko dwan mahama o ka kire nsa abani de kom ne abufuo na to ye
Cindy Pein,
na asa akọ na do so ka kire nsa te kom ne abufuo so no so ba no anya de kom ne abufuo be sa ato ti ano
Cindy Pein,
I'm not worried. Once is the truth. Me na nwena mo di obia should be rest assured. Mona said make an Agyapong. The truth will always set me free.
Cindy Pein,
We can vote people in and out. Personality is okay. But my dear, what we need to do in this country is to establish a situation where even if it was the devil who should come and sit on top of us in Ghana, by virtue of certain procedures, certain practices, the devil cannot get away with doing whatever he wants. He would necessarily have to do what the people expect of him.
Cindy Pein, Cindy Pein,
So what they are doing, some of us will not keep quiet. Some of us will not allow you to destroy this party.
Cindy Pein,
Betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana.
Cindy Pein,
Me see you bet you Ghana see. Whether you like it or not, Ghana, for the youth of this country, I'll put my life on the line. Anything that is wrong in society, I will say it.
Cindy Pein,
Anthony Kofi Inkum Daddy Mr. Inkum ene mede ebra so say yede sinipe du mede no yede ebre wo makacho say ene ahoma no so ehye ene nkomo a eba no do so chen wotwe hu the new patriotic party osuru kokokoma ene motimi elanche eye NPP Institute enti eno no ebe na fe yetimi edi wo enkomo afei eye top bottom approach system a yepese de koto aba no eno so lawyer bi akasa wo ya na sem a kan say eye unconstitutional. It is against even the constitution of the new patriotic party as well as the 1992 constitution no sanji se ni nyina no eye ade etiamra e wo memu tie de adwuma enye yire ene lawyer no betena se na ye ne no edi wo enkomo ama bibia ay kama afei nyame emre ya abomwa Albert enso so ba jane me na afei ye de enkomo no ye de atoaso na ya toaso akwanem ebepem ebebie awoma no na afei onso so waba na ode abeta ekire ye da se minim se utie ye ewo oman 107.1 ewo kapumpuni mantemo afewo sanso etie ewo nap radio ewo mfimfini mantemo erenso 90.5 afewo se de ni chemo ewo ye asante mantemo enso so aminim se okan ho ewo ash 101.1 and afewo ye de ni chemo ewo UK so amene oka say amansan radio and afewo sources radio ni na epic dwumade no live and color. Well, US also so Kencity Radio as well as Jerry's TV. Women na eka ho ana edi dwumade no ebrew. Ye nyina ye nim se dane dan nyina no eya na enkomo no edoso entenenso ye ma kwan se obetimi akọ Facebook, ye ma kwan se obetimi akọ YouTube, ye ma kwan se odo message edbeba WhatsApp so on Facebook and on YouTube no Net2 TV GH fa o submission fa ho o message fa ni nyina fa ho ye beje bre na fe yetimi akan ni nyina ede amawne atoa so akọ yenim afei emrepem ye bebie phone lines no na onso so ode aba na ye di nkomo akọ yenim ye papa na enkomo wodo a ewo ho no edoso maka kiro se ene so no ye be join one professor very renowned professor so asante mantemo na afei Yadi enkomo. It's all about the new patriotic party. It is all about a year 2028 elections. It is all about a year top to down bottom approach. Yebedi ni nyina ho nkomo na fe ya se bibia ebe kama. Meda se o kame ho. WhatsApp number ya wode ebeba no 0240550899 0240550899 na fe what me ede o message no ede afa ho fabra ye bekan ni nyina so ede ama afei medical akacho se enen koma eba no edoso ye papa na articles ni nyina no enso ye bekom na ya toaso akwanem ma yam pick bibi out of the lions mentality ye ba ye toaso na yakwanem kan na hye nso se Palladium properties and afei eye tabia takum and afei Heart Builders Real Estate and aso yasna edi dwumadie no ye de ebrewo ma yentwa ye ho ne ye mra sisia.
Competence. Lions are said to sleep around 20 hours a day. Still, they never go home. They get up and they get the job done. They earn their rest. They earn their success. They earn their freedom. There are great rewards for competence. In life, if you provide more value to others than anyone else in a shorter space of time, you will be rewarded, and you will be rewarded well and often. It does not matter how long you work. It matters how good that work is. It doesn't matter how many hours you put in. It only matters how much value you've created. Develop yourself into a competent machine. Work on what matters in your life with laser focus, ruthless determination, and a burning desire to do everything to the very best of your ability. That builds pride and respect for yourself. incompetence.
Yeshase na face no pain no yesi pain yede ema wo Albert asumani adwane me ya yede nkomo no ebe hyehye so na ya to aso akọ yenim na makacho se join yen Facebook and na YouTube uduru ho a na wamia share button no na enkomo ayebedi no afoforo nso so etimi etiemu nsem na omahunu nia ewom na enne the New Patriotic Party womo alanche NPP Institute na chese yebe chechere enema ahodo a ewo New Patriotic Party abakwasem ne ade ni nyina no yebe make sure se party ma ebetimi atiase no mahunu ekuo na abakwasem na ma wo montoto ye ne wo hihye nyina no agina pepepe enti yebehwe na afi yetimi edi ho enkomo Albert asumani atenase ewa hanti ma me welcome no na afi yenhye dwumadi na ase enko ne mopani na te sei
Mr. Ankum boko na so e
nyame adom me ho ye papa
ye de nyame ase
enen so so de sekedem na
de
enen wado
enen me fa bi kaka enen de me we may represent me ama mata we say me school na doso ba
we nyina ka ho ntina still Kenneth mba no
so
wado je no
o cheze sad no Kenneth aso me ehu so but this week there yeah any week ni pa me no me so tie enen no appointment ope we beto a kire ba bi o bia ese sign deal ni esili
ati sanya na ye kano se NPP Patriotic Institute ena official launch no abaso enti ye behwe na fe yetimi edimu nkomo na yato aso akọ yenim Albert meaning say na wo monitor enema from afar odo wentimi anko hobi but empenifo ahodo eko hobi Professor Elon Michael Quay no wo ho and afei the former president His Excellency John Agyapong kufo ononsoso na owo hobi and afei wo hwe Yura Stephen in team no ono de no oni ho but I know say no monitor niama from afar the general secretary was also there and then of course Osahe Alexander Kwame na Afenyo Markin was also there the minority leader in parliament ononsoso na ohobi empenifo ekọ na omodoso enkoma hodo bebre ekọ so meaning say na wo monitor enema so far uhus dwumedie no uhun sen ansa na kraya ko items a eto form e wo honum
bisanku medase na menchia omo hwe nyina across here platforms ni nyina asidan koma kumasefo no dan his no therefore na abusuafo mtim o HFM asida kese nkomo na ya pass da kese nso mfa chairman takra so ema omo muti o central region through NAP radio nso no NAP radio adwumafo nyina na obi bia nse chiomo and of course Almighty Oman FM and the two TV social media platforms nya Mr. Nkum mamen kase enne eya one of the days I make say many age say me MPP ni na the idea of this patriotic institute no eya dey America say is a step in right direction. Mekasa na meka kosi se party no ewo fapem a ye de tie party no party MPP party no ye party a wo hwe omo di party nanim penifo a omo beko ye eje party ni tradition ni si ho e ba ya be si the 1992 a ye ba South Fourth Republic ya the New Patriotic Party ehu na nei yeti sa party no eniema bebre na mpanifo no ejina so a convince omo nya that believe e what tradition nim say omo beti the New Patriotic Party eniema bebre akọ through the party no history but a drew baby I say of course ye nyina amfie nyepe ye mpanifo ne omofra omunti abra bi kwai bi bemu no said the mpanifo bu baby say mpanifo to sa na akwa akodi emebunu die munti no na ɛsɛ mpanifo adwea ne mu abɔbew a ɔmode fa ahodie ne ahofama ene nsiye eti new patriotic party ni si ho no eduru baabi na sɛ wo a wonya opportunity kakra follow mpanifo ni bi no wodro mo betoto nneema bi a ɛkɔ so party ni mu ana sɛ ase bibi ya tochema. But I am very happy and glad say eneno enipa bi aye convinced say ɛsɛ party no timi etisa Patriotic Institute isi ho near the follow party ni tradition near the grooming party ma na party for ehun say party ne fapem a yigina so ni party a meti aka say enye ehun for party MPP party no media from 92 no na misu akakra but me hu time a ye campaign for Aduboy because me fear na ye check posters na me hu me follow na danko akufo-addo nom. Of course, se oti se na akufo-addo kasa me kai 1995 from ye kumpreko no. Na enye party a eye hufo. Cause nanka empanifo edi party na enum ye party empanifo bi a omu ni akukudura. Menye sure say they could have stood up to Jerry John Rawlings and wrestle power from him in the year 2000. Na party no wo mema ewo nyinaso ewo nimdifo ewo akukuduro bi se no Ghana ye nyina edia yentimi ntina Ghana emma Ghana nkose de ekona edruba bia we have to put Ghana on the right track so that bind betimi akona nim eno ne man panimfo ekun sankono me kai 1995 a na kumpreko hwe wakubrobenum na panimfo a omne di na nado achi na nado led da kumpreko demonstration. That time na MPP akọ the first election in 1992 a enema anya den anko year na omo pray say no esese ye de Ghana no ebesi baby esesi na ye di animdefo ene mema omo madwuma bobew etimbe fa Ghana ekonanim party emfi baby ene besi ho enese de hu ni patriotic party efi baby ne baye enti party ne niam bia mpanifo go through mpanifo a omwo party na bakosem omo mu nim baby yefi ebesi ne omo mu hu how na obuo ewo MPP mu how na MPP ye discipline how na uye sukuni obi a wusua de a na okondo se party we na manije hu party ne kwa ho akono keke ni nyina ye mpanifo a edi party nanim ene nananamo a de bia bom din dan kwabuzi a mema meto mo but ut kai omo ho abakosem na tim se we ye mema Ghana da o makoma so na omo wo ba bia omo pese Ghana a direction
on that note no on say mpanifo ahodo ekodwumade no hase na former president His Excellency John Agyapong ewohobi na mayentie ne nsem a okaye na fe yentoa yenkomo no
okay all right.
It was he who said, elections are won at the polling station. I gave you the analogy. I live in my fine bungalow. My children, they are all grown, they've gone. When it comes to voting, perhaps it's just my vote I can go and cast. But the man at the gates, the watchman, has 2-3 wives, got 10 children. If I do not secure his trust and understanding to support me, do you think I can win that election? So grassroots. Let everybody feel counted. And it's not a matter, it's not just a matter of going to dish out money. It's not just dishing out money. Let the people trust that you, when you have chance, you serve the good interests, inclusively of all of us, humanity. That's the central vision, the central belief. We talked down Babuzia Dumbo. What they believed in was common humanity who must be respected. Dr. Frejan, who used to be the
His Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Ghana, President John Agyapong Kofi Dewu, and Wakasa and Abet.
Mr. Ekum, It is me twaswa me ba President Kufuor de so. But me my main and wrap it up what I was saying. It will share said the mpanimfo edi party anim. Eti party no na President Kufuor was fortunate to say the year 2000 on be break that jinx no ma MPP. It means back to government. Na o share me say adia ba ko a many jipa President Kufuor time no ma ye calendar bi. No more say know your ministers. Na me papa will be. Fortunately, miss that's what sadie no. Ah ho an kohwe na eboho na ohwe mema na wo President Kufuor ban mu a. Bisankum. Ohwe mema na wo President Kufuor ban mu. The year 2000. Any members of parliament and no na ye ka parliament. Oti the word parliament of Ghana na oya marshal. What is a case will be an MP? The respect you give to that person go beyond say or your MP keke. Because people were full of wisdom say nyame wa domina wunya kwanya rap parliament. Now what is a nipa bi say papa usu ankoma is on the floor of parliament. What is say Hackman also Agyapong the veteran is on the floor of parliament. What is say Yewa Kojo Banredu is on the floor of parliament kasa. What is say Danado Danko akufo-addo asore gina hono atwetwe ne siw to no the handkerchief asha na hasen na se ogina parliament na se okasa. That was the time Ayera Ken or Agyapong enter parliament for the first time in the year 2000. Na MPP wo mema na nye mema keke na yanko parliament ntue sika emma obi say na to abama me nko parliament. Name people who were full of substance. Entina ma party no be bia be free MPP no, you can bet your last coin say these people will deliver. That is the kind of tradition a ma MPP Ghana for do na enya areshemu wo mumu say say this meme eba bem. And based on that na President Kufuor eka say eniama ekoso na no bia say sana na etia anko no wantimi anwini. That is the point, because grassroots no at that point no na omunyina they were all omunyina involved in whatever party no enya na bibi na take decision na person eja grassroots no ede omo eto nchen sabre no na uye MPP adwuma na enye sika wo sabre no uye MPP adwuma na ye ahohoahoa. You are even feeling good say asia hono ye count we say wo ye party adwuma enti hono process ba just enso che obi a person onya bi wanya baby afa poster antar kwanya ni gate no enya ne wo ho. People were proud to be MPP members, and now they kokra na ye pam. Why? And na President Kufuor say ene ono wati we akra wanyi ne manyinyi ene ne baba kokra ntene nchen enti say o kan MPP asana ka say President Kufuor be du ho a ne vote ye ba akopɛ. But the gate man, sa watch man no, sa koko farmer no a o wase ho na watu ne pay wi say wan ko school da na yere no mmiensa. Ne ma ye du. If you ho kwa ha, utimi count 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 votes e wo fie ba kom. And if you concentrate on the top, say President Kufuor na ba beto abama wa. President Kufuor beto ba ko. Na se koko farmer ne sa na yere ne ma lie be do police stage wa. You are bet on your last play they say ubenya 20 votes ho. So the party's engine is not the elite. The party's engine is not the executives. The party engine is on the grassroots. Omo running party no mama MPP, MPP. That is the wisdom President Kufuor was trying to tell everybody, that you shouldn't rush. The people at the top shouldn't be thinking say it's all about them. It's not all about them, because about poster won't come from grassroots for now. This house to house na grassroots na na what can start that? Start what can be that? Oh, umia. Ye wo bi o hwan ne. Onim say the start mpokwa e fa so ka no. But ye ya na ye wase ho no, ye koto manchi wodwam. Ni yakotwi achimu nsuo de asida so akam na 89. Ye dia for poster chi, enya ne na poster ese stickers a o wa ya na o de atare no. Ni kita brush ni atare posters. Na no sa poster no me nkohwere me ambi so ma misika o. Sa banche no kra na bia na kwani ne kotu wo na afu. Eye wo de kra na se wo ye bibia ma faate no. And these are the people that whether you like it or not, hey, you can never do without them. You can never do without a grassroots. And I am happy say and this Patriotic Institute yaba. Nam penny for abeni party for abekasa. Na ni sese na yebu bese obanyansa for yebu ne be yankana sem. Na penny for se bube any tiben so etina
Antokwama
obi atene yonkwase. Enti me best party for penny for say this Patriotic Institute shouldn't become just like a lounge near Agyapong. It should be something and 10, 15, 20 years to come, we will look back and be proud of ourselves to say Antisa Patriotic Institute Yakiabo Party na bro.
And looking at what Professor Iloma Kokwe Eka or say, as I say, no, there's some sort of mafiaism in the party.
Yes.
Na party ni was the be mafia. Party no also ebema niema mu ada ho fa.
That is the point.
Ebema obi ate ne ho ase, ebema obi akoma to ne yem. Ni aye adwuma som party no. But say akoye the field of.
That is the point. Professor Makokwe, unim ni nickname. Ni nickname ye friend Aparachik.
Aparachik.
That was the 2007. He was one of the 17 aspirants University of Ghana Ekoto Aboma and akufo-addo. Ebe flag bearer for MPP the year 2008. Now oka 17 ho, and people did not feel say obi ewo buga. And you can count na akufo-addo, Alanchire Martin, you can count Damboche, Agyapong, Michael Kwe, Ata Kennedy, Agyapong, of course Apraku. A lot of people, noblemen were there, and they ran a clean, free and fair campaign. Ultimate na enkobo bibuga. At that time, Nana Ohirinto was the general secretary. Mr. Peter McMahon was the national chairman. You had the last of Lord Comey as national organizer. People were in the party. Omo eye juma emma party na kasa feel say yes, ye won pennyfo a omo di party nanim. Okay, Professor from Boatin. That was the first time a contest be. Just say enim the four campaign obia decent and then obi feel say I say party ye nyina ya bre uni Mr. Nkumade ya pa wo wiase ne say what bre na ma no aduane asi ho na mo ba bedi ne say o sanso bra na beba me a che aduane na jaw ana say wo don say betum ne say twan ansa ma wenyi bi ansa na wonim bra na wa bra na wanom so atwa opema wonim say aduane si jaso nti no wa kire wo yam kom a sacrifice say yan twan na aduane bia ye nyina ya chedi empanifo be say nkwan ye da tano so sabinom
enwa no
na de opoto na afia no wonchi so ode den ode bom. This is the MPP empanifo akekere abesi ene Mamempo or the same chairman in team Nico Duanom did this current executives abala binom even me boba baba ya pa for this about this idea James said the purpose and the intent of this institution you know ebe materialize ya ma party mabunu ne party mpanifo enya ho mfaso na daache no ye nkofo be ko parliament no omo nkogu parliament keke. People will go to parliament with the history of the party. People will go to the parliament and say, I'm not just coming to, because you see, sometimes I am a very MPs in the say, and one kasa from MP who call parliament, you be say, who contribution to the party and the nation at the end of the year. It is better to even serve the party at the constitution than sitting in parliament, because some of the people will go there obey pia every parliament taba 4, 8, 12 years you know na parliamentary proceeding kwa wanti asieda. People have to equip themselves, people have to acquire knowledge, people have to know the history of this party, how this party before struggle ya be ene. Some later they say to me what party no I say you tell man na too.
All right.
And before sacrifice na the MPP abedru ene. It will be an MPP abedru aseda kese pa na me dey massa current executives. And then me nua Justin Kobia baby a wo bia no won so a wotie me no ka che JFK say me bona baso say general secretary anya hwe kra no ne time ana omatimi atesa institute we na ye hope say empanifo a omo be wo institute num ene omo a omo de nimdie be man krofo eno omo be ye empanifo a omo betimi a pass on right and proper information to people a omo ba about besua de ho na science institution when I want to also take opportunity or advantage over this and also go and learn and make sure say party no ye nyina ye wo party no e be party na adwuma ama party no enya ehun emfaso enti aseda kese pa na me de be mom na ye mom panimfo so etai sa adwuma di we nyina echi no na ye make sure say that shall come bia no posterity will be kind to these people for doing this great job. Enti eya asem kese pa because you see MPP party na party ase odomwa esese oma wanije esese oma ohwa ho because this is the tradition we know. We are name party be apart from MPP. So if MPP is going the other side, na sem ebia ye ka ho asema. Ebi we bia na nkofo feel say we are so passionate. Ye ka sem na ya dodo. But say ade a wakoma bi wakoma hye no. Uye ne hwenye yie. What you say? Bible say baby we japade wo.
Ho na wakoma wo ade a wo don so de na wo.
Na wo do. What you na champion say ade a me pe na me pe. Me so nye ho akwadro da. What you say? Eya nyoma me pe pa. Enti say yakoma na ye japade hye MPP mu. Ye nim say that is the party a ye mane ye nananom betimi anya ho mfaso a. Ene akoya bia ye wo no a wadi be 22 23 years bia no. Ni ma me enjoyed free maternal care.
President MPP nya no so mfa.
Yes. Akoya bia whole university ene first year second year no the possibility to level 400 the possibility say or enjoy free SHS and then akufo-addo aye high. What you say? And then you can health insurance na Ghana you name the friend insurance because under Jerry John Rollins the master cash and carry he does all this kadaba na abeko fia kowu and then you work sad adiani in place can courtesy MPP.
Yes.
What you say? MPP the social interventions be brain aba e school feed and now won him school feed who go school the school feed there
be
yeah and akwati me go school yeah no be any money free capitation grant ni adum ni na president Akufo. What you say? So this is the party as a say Ghana for nyina who say coach wa what they wa who ding we be a woman who be make sure say you bring the party back to power. And only idea sometimes a pushy and am I so passionate in our submission say no this is the party and penny for sacrificing and kwara sacrificing and jabedu ene baby no we need to guard the party with all our strength and all our might to make sure say that can come biano see any wa nkofo be mu say yanso tradition no ye be protect here.
All right enti eno Albert Asumani ena mene no edi enkomo abusia ma menkan chel say Heart Builders Real Estate ena ye adwumaku a mene omienu ye betimi ye de ho atoso. Heart Builders Real Estate eye adwuma kese pa ensase ene efie ane yeton na ensase ne efie na yeton no so ba bia yeton no enhwem adanadi se uye nipa na unya ho etena eboaw ema wankase wapomuden kra no eye papa isan se emframa ya ewo ho no eye emframa pa etutimi hume emframa pa gu mu ebo ho ban ema otena asase so eche me pa cho bomodin se obehu Heart Builders Real Estate na fei woni ye edi ensawoso na ye ne ebeboaw ama niama akoyie ama wo ye wo eye asase ewo ye ba bi te se Chopoli nsase ne 30,000 Ghana cedis 30,000 Ghana cedis ye situ 16,000 na fei ye mfa asase na ma hyase with your project na ye ne nkakra fei 6 months na ne aka no watua ne nkakra fei ye sanso nsase ewo ningo pram 25,000 Ghana cedis mo amopese mutimi esi eye industries mo amopese mutimi esi warehouses no mombra na fe ye mamu asase Heart Builders Real Estate afe ye sanso obi ewo Shy Hills eno nso so 25,000 Ghana cedis ni nyina no utua 13,500 na ye de ama no asase na fe oye project no enkakra kosi se 6 months no wodi betua ne aka no awie na bia na wo de eyefie ankasa completely ana wo hwehwa wonso so wo sa kwanja no de yan se wonso odi wani ebekire mo ewo Heart Builders Real Estate. Isan say yewo 2-bedroom self-contained apartment. Yesan ewo 3-bedroom self-contained apartment. 2-bedroom no eno ye 250,000 Ghana cedis. Afi 3-bedroom no ye 350,000 Ghana cedis. Sanso ena 4-bedroom ni ade nyina no ni nyina ewo ho. Ya oba onsabetimi akebie. Me pacho pe kira kwan ewo Ashaman ene yewo. Ashama no onsabe kan yen ewo Kakito Divisional Police Station. Ye direct opposite. Enti oba wa onsabe kan afi freni ni nkomo ewo 0241 66 5200 0241 66 5200 and afi 0540 226276 0540 226276 na wone Heart Builders Real Estate enin komo na bibia enkoye emfa emau abusia medical akacho se enen koma hodo ogu apronso no doso na me no kasa sesei eye a constitutional lawyer eti se ye kase obiti bibia se a ono ne dia ye se constitution Ghana amamre otiase afisuru kosiase afei the New Patriotic Party enso so womo constitution eno nso so no otiase fisuru ebesi efom na eno no ogina so a wokasa ya nasem a woka ne se the New Patriotic Party approach a omo pese presidential primaries a eda womanim womo edeko eye top bottom approach no o say no kre ya womu ne se womo atomra isan se ohwe omo ankasa mambre na nya eka no ene ne ompeso omo ye no enya de a esi anima ne yeye afeesi de no to nchen so a yeso kekafu akeka ma dampan na ye nyina no ye de magana o say Ghana nkasa nso amamre no etia san hyehye na the New Patriotic Party epeso omo de eba no enti ene san komo no ena ye ba begina na afi yetimi edi ne kama na emrepem onsoso wetimi abambi na lawyer meka na semi eye lawyer Akresi Agyapong lawyer Akresi Agyapong na ono efri the Faith Chambers the Faith Chambers eho ana lawyer free a wabeka me nsa ye bedi nkomo nti ene baby a wo bia mpacho so fa pen na fa paper lawyer kan no atworo e de ato kan no atworo na akire no asi akire na fe o kan nkakrakrakra ama wonso atimi a challenge se ba ne se ye twese niama wonso atimi akasa ma mema lawyer kwa ba lawyer bibia bokode
ya me adom
me gidi se enene de di kan a wo de aba ha
salvepe
na wona be ntintie free na akoi
metaya ba
ananya sa
salvepe
all right ma mini kanso mo akwa aba na me musa se enem ye sure se u follow lunch na e course no kakra talking about the Patriotic Institute no me ye sure se u follow kakra utie president Kufo ne nsam o kan ye se grassroots no esese ye mo kwan no mo nso so no eye involve of the processes are ye eye adwuma e o party ne mu nyina de di kan no san komo no de na abeka fa ho
we de meda wase na mada ya hwefo ne atiefo nso ase em se ne papa mu kura pa eno no se yankasa ye papa Kofi de wo Kufo His Excellency otimi ede sansem no eba adwa betu dwa bo ayen nem se me kura de nka me hu se wache esanse wo hwe no ma na ekoso ye party mu ne hu sansem ne ade a nanka nimdifo sanom ne ono ne wo mo haka nyina no na ye pese nka omo bantem be kasa be hyehye no ma na eboaye nenso banfo se obako adwaye no wocha na nya bibia ntia na osiesie no bibia na opanyin sebika fra o hwe no watoto no ma adwen ho yie ohu ne oba wontina wo de beba beboaye ama party na timi akina
said abronika no so say it's better late than never
enti ba wabai no ensem o ya betu dwa any young Kasa Professor Michael Kui. Some of the other two jano a idea and he say going forward no bit me a bois a party no and she say any other man of me akoyi. And it's all much a quite my bay no ye do more to a mountain fan some samra no much same bois she shall no party the intimate and a party the baby corner and say a yako.
Didika no social Kasa or Kayana who bet me a Jaswa Kasebia Penin Kasa keke. Does it mean say party no up to Yabeka say grassroots for no watu omo asawram ana watu omo jeje mu bibi sa ekoso wo party ni
ekoso pa ye du omo gu bola sukra ye nya de ye hwe omo nim kra enu na ono abokede de Agyapong e ka ho asem da bia say ye hwe omo ye moa omo ye ntimi no omo enye we because untimi party bia wo yi flag bearer no ba grassroots the whole juma ye nyina no gu sa ye nuane mu so ono na oba ba ye juma boa ko fiefiem ko mountain so akọ park so akọ trotrum afutazi ni obi akasa ache ne hia se otimi to abama NPP ye political party na ze ko ba se sa ni pa no mboa ma ye no aduane ma ne ben na edu ni che ne echeja no a na okoya na so obai enti se mbanfo yi ba no mbenya position ye ma ne minister ye de ne koto board we so ye de ne kotoa na fe no obewie ni watwa nipa ya boa ekoye campaign we refie mu e ma ntontom we no ne ade ni twene ja se na nye enti anu sansemi na ye papa onabo kede Agyapong o ka ho asemu a oba na oba be boa amasa no
Johnson Asedu Nketia chairman de ma NDC o ka se mi se we had this top bottom approach here New Patriotic Party person de bana akoye se ase wo mu refie o ma bakwasem because 1992 on boycott parliamentary elections no because of the same processes it is omo so abanam de bi ba na che se mo shed mabakwasem no mo nkai enti ase mo ya yira kwan kakra now looking at this launch of maye for Patriotic Institute no ususu se ebeboa e ma party na bakwasem no etimi awurawura especially enipa wo mo edi party na chinumu e ma na aboa party no
ebetimi aboa na ebeboa nso na mbom no asema ye nua panyi Johnson Asedu Nketia kan ne asema ye no kwasem NPP as a political party have a lot of cases omo court on the basis of these principles and here mo pass a political party NPP onu na kofa democracy baye Ghana democratic principle ni democracy governance ni Nigeria na so na if we will be able say NPP as a political party, NPP several cases, NPP versus Attorney General, NPP versus Electoral Commission, NPP versus cases are on these basic constitutional democratic principles. And NPP be an normal, behave as if say democracy in the Quran, ye knew be NPP more tears here. Sure, idea NPP here with regards to top bottom approach it breaches several provisions of the constitution. The proposal it is bogus, it is undemocratic, it is double unconstitutional.
Double unconstitutional.
What I mean by double unconstitutional is that it offends the constitution of the New Patriotic Party. It also offends the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And let me say, under Article 55 of the 1992 Constitution, 55.5 and 55.10, I don't know if you can read, or you can assist me with the provision under Article 55. We share Article 55.5, now share Article 55.10. The substance of that article said, political parties in Ghana must conduct themselves and they must conduct their elections. They must do their internal affairs and internal arrangements and actions all in consonance with democratic principles.
Okay.
In the first place, we have top to down approach here by year. It is not in consonance with democratic principles. Why? Because two delegates. The existing 5 delegates at the polling station and the electoral area we know. Normal baba 7. Yeja omo maka na eja constituency ho eja regional elections ho na eja national ho na do ma ba be so omo order da no so na do ma ba be to abano ayi flag bearer. That is undemocratic, and it is against Article 55.5. It is against Article 55.10 of the 1992 Constitution. Apart from that, we share the proposal na omode abano. It is also against Article 34.1 and Article 35(1) of the 1992 Constitution. Even in particular, the Political Parties Act 2000, Section 2 is breached by the proposal. And you share at the end, basa, because the Political Parties Act, no internal party way, no the Political Parties Act provides that the practices and the operations and the conduct of all political parties must conform to internal democracy. And the Omoyeno, who this proposal it will disenfranchise a lot of people.
Oh, how?
So, would they a number? You will structure a party where no constitution number. You have to do the polling station executive elections. You'll have to do electoral area coordinator elections. We have a constituency. The council the first week in December 2025 is to elect 2 other electorates to join the polling station from the polling station and electoral areas. No matter 5 for now. We don't know 2 about no matter 2 we. So we understand. Qualify join if you are going through the full electoral process now. You are going to deny those who will not be able to join the opportunity to vote in electing the presidential candidate in the primaries. Yes, and that is unconstitutional. The right to vote enshrined under Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution affords every Ghanaian the right to vote in elections. What the constitution, NPP constitution is where everybody must be given the right to vote. And he said, or more let polling station electoral area win. Now they are about to presidential win. Yeah. Or more later, you best quite or more at the constituency level, at the national level, and at the way those who be dropped would have voted to elect their presidential candidate. And then
not just say oya ne saa na wobɔtre mu a kyese omo no wate omutumi so say ye kɔ back kwa elect omo a saa tumi na ekuta omo no omo ntimi emfa ma meto aba bia ko ya to aba na wie
ontimi meto aba bia to aba na wie
what disenfranchise omo
what disenfranchise the right to vote in the election of the presidential candidate has been denied, and that is an illegality. The NPP constitution provides that all members of the NPP political party must have the right to vote in all. The emphasis is on the word all. So to elect some to come and vote in some elections and to leave others not to vote in some elections is a breach of the NPP constitution. And the right to vote also enshrined under Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution, to the extent that some will not have the right to vote in that particular elections for the election of the presidential candidate, is an unconstitutionality.
Wow.
It's unconstitutionality.
Yebebu sase, I mean, we had the New Patriotic Party. I mean, impenifua omo, and I ebeka say executives na omo na. I mean, most of them, especially the General Secretary, is a lawyer. And then the national organizer is a lawyer as well. And it is sanko for me no enim sanyama we nyina. And then ye connect ni munso their lawyers bebre ewom. Do you want to tell me so mu nyina hu sanyama we ewom?
Sir, lawyer be a breach of a certain provision na at the blind side of another lawyer, it does not necessarily mean say unim anawo. It could be say the lawyer no and those lawyers no have not averted their mind. In law, that's how we put it.
Okay.
On fan adwene enko. Either say a bit na ye dey or mo ye dey. A bit me buapaye. And I say be on fan adwene enko. Because entities are clearly no another unconstitutional conduct and as a practice. Omo ya o hwe using the top bottom approach no mo dey bar. The Congress no mujituma. Illegality and a breach of the constitution, both the NPP constitution, the national constitution of Ghana, is the fact that we share with one. Constitution, almost the voters register. They are only coming to add up. Another unconstitutionality, say the law requires you, under democratic principles,
okay,
to clean up your register before any major elections, before any elections.
Per reform, sir, or my year since 92, and the baby do 2012, 2024, and the better abano, and a canasa, and no free.
The constitution of the NPP requires the leaders.
Time on beto ababiano, on be internal elections biano, SSA or more SSA voters register.
You have to clean it. That's how you put it.
Total overhaul.
Yes, you have to clean it because there are some members who are dead at the time of the voting. Yeah, two abe you or mode or mobile some mayor delegates. Maybe you. Sani pano we need you registered him. Maybe I resign it. Sani pano need you registered him.
Okay.
Obi so ya sakeno. He ceases to be a member of the New Patriotic Party. Sani Panidin will register him. Sankofu Weya or Modin will register him needs to be cleaned. You cannot conduct an election with these names and ghost names in the register. If you do that, the register is unfit for purpose.
Wow.
Democratically. And you see, Ghana practices democracy. And that's why Article 55 of the Constitution is saying that the political parties must conduct themselves and to organize their elections, both internal and external elections, to meet the threshold of the democratic governance and democratic principles. So if you want to use a voters register to conduct elections, the voters register must be cleaned. Removing those who are dead, removing those who have resigned, and in order to make the voters register clean for the next election. So what I say, the voters register is unfit for purpose and it cannot be used in the next elections. And it's also the omoyen one. And I said proposal no omode bana. Of the proposal no echo. No sir, you inclinia. Do the okay but two general elections were under Article 45 of the 1992 Constitution. The law enjoins the Electoral Commission to clean the voters register every time there is the need for any major elections in Ghana, both the primaries, the parliamentary and the presidential elections, the voters register must be cleaned. It is not for nothing. It is by virtue of the fact that it is a requirement of the democratic governance. And so if NPP practices democracy, and it is part of our constitutional arrangement to do things in line with Article 55, then there's the need to clean up the register. And I mean,
wohwe now se yakase bia ye koto e de free form e de aba e ya ho kire e na aba party ni fo se entwa ye di no ano ode bebia edru no esese ye toto niama ntentem na fe ye so original ye nan so enti se yakase bia ye kwakwahya se e de free stra de aba ye mfa ne se polling station for ne de akakakra nom time na e de aso omo time of office no aso because 4 years obedu national crowd there omonso de no enso ye kra so it is a one down ho kakra na ka say o kwahya se de free esoro efom e de abasoro a ebeduru ba bi no na bi a I say afi crowd there obe camera hwe
there be say
because obi an the term of office 4 years enso ye na say obeto aba ato ansa otime do kokota na
there be. So, what term of office is a process. Election is a process and not an event.
2% you use the same process.
That is what the Constitution says. NPP Constitution under Article 5. And Article 5, it talks about the structure of the election procedure and the structure of the NPP as a party. Which Article 5 for now say the party is a national party and shall accordingly be structured and operated in that basis. Article 5.2 no, or say the party shall be based on polling station, electoral area, constituency, external, regional and national organizations. And in terms of how to organize the structure, no, Article 5 not saying how the structure of the party has been structured. The structure on which the party as an NPP party is structured. The law and as provided under the constitution of the NPP no, gives that structure. And for them to even propose that there should be a certain top-down approach, no, that itself is unconstitutional, according to the NPP party itself. Because the party under section Article 5 no, gives the structure and the law mentions them which flows. 5.1 no say the party is a national party and shall accordingly be structured and operated on that basis. Listen to the words. Let me explain it again. The party is a national party and shall accordingly be structured and operated. These are two words: structured and operated. So you have to operate it on the structure that is given by the constitution. And if you look at the structure, the structure is that okay, into structure now constitution NPP party na nkasa hye was it structure na odi aba no national party na she say be follow structure na she say dey gu akwam no. She said, Article 5(2) no dey gu akwam no say the party shall be based on polling station 1, electoral area 2, constituency 3, external 4, regional and national 5 and 6. And one must structure no, which must be followed, and one leads to the other. So going in between, say uko fifi no what to adena free so the above of no, what's the say? It is against the constitution of NPP. And in terms of democratic principles, it offended the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana by virtue of the fact that the arrangement must be followed. The position of the law, as has been stated in the case of NTAC, Wayfield versus NTAC, the court have said it clearly that where a law gives a procedure for the doing of something, it is that procedure that must be followed. The law being managed, say, a far crime be sunia yade, a crime free A, B, C, near de qua. Ultimate confirm free C and farm A.
All right, lawyer me nya may be embracesia. Adusua enkoma ye di na ye wo empenifo nimdifo ya wo munyina eboa hwese ye betimi edi nkomo no asoman as party ma na aboa ma nneema timi akọ nanim na mekwa homa no so na fe me ne pani ba akọ no so eba na manyosem a waben wo mpapapa. Talking about Professor Samuel Addo-Gyamfi. Now, Professor Samuel Addo-Gyamfi applied historian. Bana bakwase wa manyosemu wa ben papa. Ana political science enso no wasanso etrade ewom enti wabene. Na prof na juma ewo Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Owa homa no so ya ye ne no edi enkomo. Prof se otemenka ma mema aha emo akwaba emfamras ni page medie so ya me nia prof bibia da yie de prof wa homa no se obetwe ho akọ benkum kakranka titi aye edem me da se wa join me now looking at top down top bottom approach ya ye di ho enkomo say ye kono amanyosem abakwasem a dia na betimi ene ache no awie but I say over placing it within a commercial for the program over placing it within a context historical context one and it said MPP since its reorganization in the 1990s has always worked within the bottom up approach. And among to a partner to a film to Merino, and he said, what they a dominant debate today, Nan Koyese, Nipa Kumebi, and now one more chile partner Shebe. One Shia now Koyete said, yeah, you know China near Biano, democratic centralism. We are free more. Now Akoyese. Wo support to oligarchy type of government nipa kume bi and AD omanfo enimu and I say that which is plutocrat na anamonto a fa ho nyina ano eya anamonto a enhye enimonyam esan say saa kofo a wo yesa no eyen kofo a wo peso party no na wo de ye de open to no ejeje mu san so to na saura se de be ya botaye biara party no ewo se botaye kese no enu mum be kwa kodi wo mu akasa wo mu content crop akono wa pede anase de wo hwe enim itino se wo bottom up approach and predo no ano the action is say odi kanfo ni edi kanfo no the ormo re say omanfo the ope so ohunu
the oppressor one year the man one, and a sebi, or 2 1 among Bubu Bra, Esasu Bubu Bra, a man who swap bad the man or man form. And you know, a titina for one ebe piano, a year, do one a titina for will free or man for a sense of man for and a hour. A free 1992, opening Albert Edubois, ebedi party nenimono. One obi a metumi akase within the period no abeye a political colossus anadigino. Sabre no Chairman Rollins a wompem Jenny. We ni African among yourself sabre na ni. Na so o she Juma Soronko a opening Albert Edubois here no. It would have followed the natural sequel, say, on to the mediation. Now, so the next level, no, one more 1996 thereabout. No, a year opening for now, man for 2 months. Every party in the moon appear yet. And collect opening Albert Dubois and say, Mena, me deep party in the moon can name bra, Yura. 90 more reformation here at you know. Some of my police to historically, no, a creative a sense of entitlement. Obviously, say, or party or opposition be an audit maybe you know. Be piano and send soon, MPP for free. One more thank you, Tom. Madam Dika said, and say your apology, Tom. Same thing said. They wouldn't say, and your man for a year MPP party man for and a Ghana for man for no thank you talk. No moon, no more yes, sir, a bad with I ever copy. And I said, you
ya heard Prof. Ewo Ahumano Sunti, Yenre, say, Yen Sabesa can back na fe, Yene Prof. Atwasu say, na o make submission. Ohun say ebeboa papa so lawyer ma mesambra back na yento ayenkomo so ora baby a prof so be fa di free HSF from 1992 Professor Albert Dubois ekoye ya wodi ntwo no a na nkono so kra ho kwan se bia nkasa top down top bottom approach nkono so betima use bia na bibisa but wa anya ne sa wo moto aba wo moye no sade etie na emo mampani kufo fa mu bae enti we no hwe sade ekona na ase ye the sa system no ye de ebe kanie mamia e de support nipa bi
sa kwan so na say ye mu bi pese ye hwe se ye panfo no betimi ada omo ho so no mo hu se e depart ne be kwa akohwe amnem because wa man nipa no a ye wo fom no ankasa enya gidie o nipa no ye ne ko ni mu a e de asem no ye ne bebre ye party no so we kai a tama omo sha asese ye yi franka tufo na mana be di anim no ebinum sha da bo nipa bi din ba bia be ko bi ye se ma amfa kana ma ye nto ya ma amfa kana ma ye nto nipa bi mu anhye da antie omo fa na gro ena ye koya ye kochiche sika yi a ye de nipa eba yi enu na nkofon Ghana for your was okay say someone is na say de mo pe na mo be ma ko chicha bo fridge say wie akojiji mo no ma wie na na mo ayi ene mo nso mo ankasa mo na mo yere no ma mo nkoto aba na enu na mo twe aso a ya ankasa ye fiefuo ames na nkodi lai so ankoto aba ya wie
2.1
million vote difference so ho ade na enti sasu ban na se ye hwese ye betimi atwe ho ni atoto no ma ye no ma beboa ma ye party de ho ya akono bio na Ghana vo yo moto abai ana so mo da yo ma ankoto abai omumu yo omu to hwe ye say yes akoye chinchini a ye de obi na beba ne ade wa ma ade na anya free and fair nkofo no ma ankoto to aba no mo ka so mo nkoto no omo da so twen yen te say eye eyenim yetu ahyeda no ewie no yetu wie na ahyeda
yetu wie na ahyeda
oh na wa ma nipa otimi krom say we kwai wo twen say de nipa obeba ono say yafa ono abokele dia pomra no wa ma ya afa na ama na nkofo bi entimi muwa yen a na de ne ba so onkoto a wo beda eda ye to aba no na wo no fufuo na eno no sa no enye wie na abawie ti wotu ewie na ahyeda enti yenhwe yentutu no ma ye mie no ma bibi anya fanchem ne yenkoto aba no ye ankase ye dua ye papa his excellency the former vice president o wini a ye be kwa kodi ne chi abo ma wa wini aba president enti sanso no mo se dudu ona so se ye mfa ma ona abo kana Japan no meboa ono so wini a e ye di na chi na sa ye agro no ye de bana ye emra ne hyehyɛ wo ho no as ye pese ye butu dan no man favor obi se na be ani eno de ye sa nipa no nkoto aba no o man nkoto aba na ye be san we
pe wanology ana oye onim se me ka bibi enene na nsa na some radio stations bi ye ha no ya na ye mpese ye beye sa post no because oye wa ha sisi a owiafo se bia eye ni station ti ne bia nkofo a favor enti other external media houses no ashase a wo mo eye a bi kura de atodwa mu ka se I mean said the name no eko no se New Patriotic Party perse 2028 no o wini dia ene na se so de Kennedy on Agyapong eba but obi nso be ka se party bia nso so no eko elections a bi ono nso so on strategy bi opeso I mean oyusu na ohwe sa strategy no hu se nipa we na me nso me ni eye sa strategy na ebetimi aye ti na bia na eko ni sei
there be strategy pa e was say political party bi yusu and say obetie o manfo a omo from ho
ya wuyi nipa na koba
that is the best strategy sankrofo no omo na ekosala akosa santene ato aba no omo na uri nipa na wuyi ni won kan hana de akokire omo to omo na ese utie omo say amanum no ya anom ne Abdullahi ni Idrisu nom when na memfa ne mremo no ma kire say ye peni pa so masi na adnako na akotena wo air condition dem na wo koyi nipa wo pe enam fridge bi ye de ama na aduane bi ye de ama wa say wo kodi a wo de ni wie na ade ne kokire nipa no a wo be reject eti ye say na wo de opa fa kwa bontin wo fa wan kasa wo mamamfo no mo say o mote fa wan kasa mo kwa bontin na mo mi say wan ye fa mra wo hia Ghana for 10 na obi say wan na MPP for fa mra emu 8.5 se nipa half wo mu a emu 8.5 be catch say ye fa Kennedy mra who here scientists to conduct any census and to conduct any roll call and any survey bia and any name you want to give it to it no who here say obey sadness and wo ko market na kubisa e man e ton no man kubisa omo tis classrooms universities kubisa omo say hwan na wo de nemra na I mean to say ya bro na ye pese ye ho anase den so enti we de ye kan nyina na say we enye ade a ye kan tententin be ye nyina ye maame ya ne abrewa ne ba akofo na nana ne abrewa enti de ye pese ye kire nyina say omumma no mamu nya fanchim ye nyina ye papa his excellency the former vice president omo peno a ye de ne beba ye beba support no say ya kasa ye papa onabo kene Japan so na nso ye mfase ye mfa ne mbra say de dodo na aka no a ne de na ba na bibia aboa and wo hia survey tintin bia survey ya amanfo no twetwe ska wo ekira ha de ma amanfo so mo nkonko ye e na wo de ko gina so de akofa de ba na
amanfo twes ska ma obi nim so mo koye survey
oh na survey a ko ye survey na wa wo de results na ba results no kura nya nuru e kura na amanfo kura egbo ntutu ohu e we survey survey a wo be ye na ma cho say survey a wo be ye a dimu obi e don say no kura ne de nipa na be ka che odwomo no
okay ma men kwa ho man so biem prof asanso aba prof ma men samu akwa aba biem am say line no drop ye kakra na wa no go kasa so ana wo ka say ye hwe emri bi a atwem 1992 wo hwe yewura adubu ahen ne obeye ya na ko wakwanya so kasa tintin mon sama men ko biem but ankobasa ye use normal process afei eno na chi no de tonchan be ka say we thank you to a New Patriotic Party na now the offer say nke supposed to be an apology tour and no so mo ye e ho na we do to asoma me
that's similar it at least we share an amount to a party me to efititi be now at least in the Fourth Republic you know and your party the internal democratic culture ahome esisifini sabre die koso party ni mo a ye fe MPP no party no sebi acquired they said they also come from fainting fit and I said well ayɛ abɔfra no catatonic wɔn so na sɛ na no repro sɛ ntini sɛ ade a wɔn de te party no wɔn ɛsɛ saa deɛ no ɛde musuo ɛka party no akankasa na mɛka kyerɛ me musuo no ade biara a wɔde tete adeɛ ma no gyina no sɛ wɔde na akyiwadeɛ ka no a wɔsɛe adeɛ no party no ɛyɛ kebima no nkebi party tumi efiri ɔmanfoɔ no na ɛba ɛrefiri mpanyinfoɔ no na ɛba ɛno nti no Albert Edubu a ɛno mo bɛso mu no na wɔn ɛde ɛkɔ no ɔbɛkaeɛ a stolen betting ti nkɔmɔ baayɛ kumipirako baayɛ semipirako baayɛ yɛfiri opaque ballot box yɛba transparent ballot boxes mu ɔkɔto aba a adaka no a wɔde kɔtum no ekyire koraa wohunu no yie emu osuma nkasa electoral reforms a akɔ so wɔ Ghana NPP edi mu ntintiman nkasa enim sɛ wɔkaya
mekae paa
adenti na NPP ankasa ne internal democracy no anani ke mani nke bia ɛwɔ no ankasa fie no ɛyɛ sɛ spiritual edonim ɛyɛ sɛ yɛ party a enka akɔdin tro enya 41% no autocase mu no ɛsɛ nka yɛ cathartic hwɛ openiko for election elusu yɛ ɔno in law JH means okay
mekapa
a contest no what is happening here what is happening within the NPP I mean shall anecdote with you so that it's here for should be come to me said I shall to say your dear need of broad mama Ghana for me na odika kakra na ya watakra de PMDC atra for by no post no revolution no wo chere ni ko takra de Air Force ka kan ko mo se me ma mi oda so ti ase edubu election ba so ni ade no so mo bobo abano a na asante de ba ku me ni be pemu a na emu oda me ma me tumi muni saa e compound ni fie compound okisibi I told you the mekana.
Mitio pa prof.
When you the extent of the personal individual Ghanaians, just to share only that single anecdote, no, the MPP killing between 1992 at Eba, when the ban was lifted on multi-party campaign democracy. It is so big in net youthful exuberance, net personal interest, near the if we say MPP, a democratic culture. Same panel, they become only the interest of the party and only the interest of the state called Ghana. Because a normal and 1 year, so we call now could be in charge. What shall they become the real issue amount in 2012, minimum year, Mem Casano of Accra, or company, HT Yati, actually, politics of issues or sides. A treatise of what called the eventual outcome of 2012 election. Yatro woman yatu din say among yourself and now say a democracy a you about to no. A far issues or say you dina say purpose on your kotoba and now say in parentheses and quotations say the reasons be in the china so the kotoba the party affiliation. Yɛkyerɛ personality voting, yɛkyerɛ ethnic voting, ɛne deɛ kɛka wo nyinaa ɛna yɛdraw conclusions adentina 2012 free education, a social interventionist policy in a developing economy bi te sɛ Ghana ɔmanfoɔ anka sɛ yɛmabɛkɔ secondary school free nti wɔmanfoɔ abafa ma MPP yɛ conclusion was very simple sɛ yɛyi apa yɛma trade ampɔ bɔrebɔre ɔbɔ adeɛ sɛ Ghana for abatoɔ mu bɛsesa na yɛgyina sɛ nti pa bi so de ato aba Americanfoɔ na kyerɛ sɛ saa bi a MPP enya atumi kwa yɛbɛdi adeɛ no na egyina sɛ nti pa bi so na amanfoɔ kɔto aba MPP elusu ye enesa abrewu ema NDC aba eye senti epebinti ena mo tutia MPP na senti ben na ma on di tutia MPP sabre ya yeken ene se Ghana economy no na enyina yi yesika sem na enyina yi na omanfo enimre amemmo a na ekoso no wo mo gidi se sa amemmo no openi akufo-addo ni openi ba omia na omo preside sa amemmo no eti wo mo tina so de to aba de tia MPP aban MPP former pikura so etu tia won ebe so anko to aba enutino so what the test ye claims that you make here in 2013 with the publication the basis listed any Ghana for sister or fire or pass away the to aba issue voting you know almost shemo kenapa enutino say open say obi ebedi Ghana ni mu a so no bi a omanfo no edi ne tum e won the party mu ene oman ni na ye to so mienu so no bi a omanfo no ebedi ne di ye to so miensa e da so kokra ene say so no bi a wo edikanyo e won mu or leadership qualities otumi eden sisaye eba na osanso eyen saniye edema omanfo iti no bi a se bi konto akoye se yede naba abebio asade na abebio san komono said me tisen konfo etia I feel scandalized eyem say wo person ditin tosio edigu Ghana sports so se no go Ghana for enimtia esan say Ghana for edikafo amodi wokan enye obi a wa ba keke the leadership say obi be di Ghana for enim no it doesn't come about say ya advertising on ya tono it comes about the say around 14 say obi to me dey start na e dey apply one city dem. Having said that, on the course of Ghanaians, I want to discuss the internal MPP politics again. Within the MPP itself, introspection, retrospection, 41.something%, 2 million vote differential, unprecedented in the Fourth Republic. A point there so a moment to me is how we free home. The kind and said one more county or more losses. Now only who say a check can your extras and so to be reflected on. First of all, if you can for the party anymore, the flag bearer and the paper tigers one working with him as executive now. Say based on proper internal democratic part of the MPP and for any form more party the kind omenya working at one swap. Now one more power we now more could I'm a new setup. And then the Samuel, sir, and conform only before any issue through a cathartic process. Any the real issues on the ground and no Luciano. Every something for ya, one more editing show, and again, Guasiaka said the car party, at the top it's young. Because they have found somebody to punish. The scapegoat must be the executives and one person who can react with the money for our now of the genius. But when you know a Yasenka, try miss your uniform, a trouble. A Basanwa, one more set example, one more in your scapegoat principle. Abwa Emma or for Apamatom. And my one phone, one more with the jabos on the branch, at the branch. You're talking me, your be ultimate responsibility. Naturally, say, out of all the executives, no flat better not down on. He plays the ultimate brand. Put to me found Kupa with put to me found Cochet on the floor. Say, oh yes, I know you are abdicating your responsibility. What the FAO say, what idea that was so a lot of wood. Okay, so what they call say Obi, And here, messianic syndrome, another messiah syndrome, oppressor Adiano, or beating the Tico Jackson, could take with him and then 50 upon Chenene. Also, maybe Samina. When leading charge as a commander in chief, and as a war general, no ordering trial. What the FOMO at the said lieutenants don't want.
There be also
you bear the brunt, the kind of ultimate responsibility. So, wakasa man for no one kasa. Actually, I said, Obi kasa ye bin ti na ma wouldn't try. Actually, the porosity of your argument, the porosity of your leadership, the porosity of your own professionality about the subject matter of the defeat of the party. And that is very symbolic and simple. And say, who share some common year, who you say Ghana for the MPP? Kwani Ekoso Womo Party. Ama Womo akoye top-down approach. Akoye infamous election, which is likely to be unfair, likely to not to be free and fair, no? To be able to produce a leader. So I will tell you this. The so-called leader not being imagined. So any leader or man for a pen one. On to me and unity and party. Even with a united party, no, you need a leader or party across a Ghana for another. I will say with emphasis, the middle class of Ghana and the Ghanaians about the last election are skeptical of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I say it with authority and emphasis. The MPP is playing games with themselves. It's much of a party, a movement check by before 2028, and a potential independent candidate can win more votes than the flag bearer if the election does not become a free and fair one within your own ranks.
All right.
So leader no be imagine so a leader or man for a MPP for the MPP two our Ghana when your public service or make us a nipa ye ni e penwa omo pa.
Prof, yabaka se wa summarize no amaye ma yemfensia na yerese nyankopon ya adoma mrepem yebesa so aba na enkoma aka akire no so no yasa aba bidi sanse this approach aye kan wasem no ase yede nchinwasu bi ede abaga na anti yebesa aba hobiem na fei yede nkomo akire yo enti yene professor Samuel Edujemfi ana yene no edi enkomo from Kumasi KNUST eho ana openi no na adwuma wa bin brutal amanyosemu yebehwe na afi yasan atoa enkomo so ekire so lawyer wasemu ana wo kan nyina no the same thing na prof nso so can say SSS party no eye eager say obekọ abonten wahunu say abonten fo no ana form fo na we ni pa no fi soro a wo de no ekoma wo mu amoma to aba ma wo san kofo ne seden
ti say why misa sa question no no hu se nkrofo de omo pe na odi komo omo a kwai say bi ka fra obi pese o ware na ono choice no ono ko ware ko tna ware na se no choice na wo no wo pe no ne papa ne ma me se da bi yen yankasa ye ko ye ko yi obi ko fi kwamu ye de na bro na ukoyi sa nipa na ode ne ba aware na maame no ne papa na ekotena ase ana oba no na ekotena
ase aware no ko magu ne dada
aware na agu before it started di eno e krokro de dwonwade ti we ya ne ho ya kan na nim because so man take decision no a ye kai say your constitution ya de omuntie o man tie na omo the proposal ne ba at this stage no proposal is just a proposal until ultimately challenging the court of law. Ti be twan am ma de akọ ama congress akọ kwa ma conference na congress na akọ aswaba na omo ji tuma ne be law wi a na ye de tabro akọ so
se omo ko conference na conference ji proposal no eye top bottom proposed approach bottom ojitumwa.
Yes.
What the tabu koto so.
Ojitum following these breaches bebrebe nyina. Omojitumwa ntimi nya adwuma. Anything I catch up say some problem me waste time. To a hene ne asi a hene fo no omokoji ade na tum no kura antontwene ball so ansa na ye de ho asema kokot.
Okay.
Because they say no, there are several over 100 provisions it is undemocratic. It is double unconstitutional. It is against the constitution of the NPP party. It's against the constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And it is how they say now. Yes, Kojitu na yamfamra. Any obekwa kojatu now we are with the principle no top bottom approach na ko fi akoto aba. Ono ire mo aduane ambedie ho hye nwaba. Na nye MPP party no. Because what the bad year e unconstitutional. Me ma be no ma be mienu a. Esa kura chesa ade no kura abonwa practice kura nye se bi kafra. Panyemu bia kura soso kura ma e ma na be bon. So wo hwe ekwan a omofa so e de top bottom approach na urban. Okay, top bottom approach na. Etia article 31, article 31 rather, article 31,
okay,
article 33, article 4, article 10(1) and article 10(2) of NPP constitution.
Wow.
Any constitutional provision. Etia section 2 of the Political Parties Act. Apart from that, the next do constitution no. This is saying it here article 55(5), article 55(10), it here article 34(1), it here article 35(1). Provisions no here provisions are bebre. Did me hold the entire I say your party no your person say your person your bonus your person your side no here because it here the principles of democracy and it here the principles of fairness, it here the principles of discriminatory, it here Article 17 of the 1992 Constitution, because say ye koko yi abano ye ko ni ko use top bottom approach na ye de omubaba be 2 ni baba so 5 no so ni akoto abayi presidential candidate no.
Okay.
Our primaries name.
Sure.
Ye de 2 abano wi ansa ni akoto constituency ni akoto regional ni abeto national.
Ye ko share from electoral coordinators near the aba constituency sa na ansa na the aba national.
Say we na sa ansa na wasa akwachi akwai sa anya sa enti abano voter register bakope no ya apply ade no consecutively against both the current and the previous way no ade no so we elected executives are
okay
omo 4-year mandate and I said 2-year mandate they are supposed to work within the framework. To abano a e say register no would use now the to abano me from top bottom no and bottom up na ye all the executive ni we asan ya going to the electoral process.
Okay.
But we no ye be yem yenu bi ni agya de aka na go na yakwa akoto ye be yakwa da mo mo da no ya akoto abana asan na wi ya san akwase no akoyi nkrofo maka na ba be so yi omo a omo nya kwan ento emeyenyi presidential candidate ya to awie
nti ya de tumi na kuta no
ba fa wa duane na wie ansa na ode ade ne ba ana wakututu anoma no ho afi na ade be kire panyimu we saa hye we ko it is undemocratic, it is unconstitutional.
Ya what e wa abonten say I mean some people within the New Patriotic Party womo e ka say Kennedy Onyina Agyapong ni ye bi ne kasa bi ene ma party no edi mpio what say asem na who ne say
asem no for want of a better word ensure nim because who ye made na anade ne ye nokre na me ka ho asem a eno no nokre na me ka no na ma me na me say ade no ana me a me ka nokre na me boa ma ade na yi ne ensem a ye papa no abukana Agyapong ka yi nyina no omutie anke ye opposition
dabi
omutie anke ye opposition ti me a me pa ade ni ya me ka nokra me ye ni yi no me etimi awi ni eni de ono pese ye katakata so twawura gu so na ye problem bombe ebe bombe sai no ma no za ni pa ni me do na ye ka nokre what I say ono ka nokre se da bia de no yin ni sei sa ta mo na mo ka se ya nto aba na ama no Ghana fo nkonkoto aba no enye no kwese Ghana fo nkonto ana ye ta ma ne sei ye na ye ko na o ma nto no afi ni ehun ze de no wo kan na ye nokre eti nyu na se ade no ne ye ben papa no asembe na waka enye nokre
obi busa me say na ɛyɛ na so ɔmo ka saa asɛm ne sɛ Kennedy Agyapong ene ka bibia Kennedy ka den
o ka den
na asɛm a ɔkaeɛ no nanka new ye beka say NDC for no say bi omu nte Ghana ha na nti ko mu hu ana omu nim we ade obi anim
obi anim na say ade obi anim na enokre na it's already in the public domain yes sir honorable Kennedy Agyapong na asɛm no ono nkrofo no was space baby e na ono afa no mu kro mu nim kra say bi sa e na ono akɔfa ba na obegu party ni ma say e na obetumi akasa na di Ghana ye ne nkrofo yi nyina na yete ha ye koso ade echi ne ade sa nyina no omo na te ya na de omo say Kennedy Agyapong kan ya omo say NDC for na de ye campaign ni ade no NDC for na nkasa na omo nim ana
nwanwa
no omo nim enti de ne tintini tietie nyina say omo mayenyan hihye yi na yemfa enoma ngugu akwam na emoaye ne yanye ne saa na konkre ya na yede kode a asembeto yi na no kra sema san so kra wo ne se yesi obi aso odin a me fa say once na so odin no wona odi funu achi e kwa da kamram me ekosie no di nipa na frimu once na besi so na ye sheda kra yi kwa brane atawa kase ne ntoma kura no a ohu funu no ho once na twon na ye nipa ye de ne ko no akwa twasi no wasabe si ne so wo twon ne ye ne ko no wasabe si so wo de saa ye kukura efunura hye adaka mu ode mpregu abubo makosi no na akɔhye adaka mi akata no so ni bete no na o hya samado ne funu ye na wagina ni so ebi na ye na akɔye saa koda subantanta we ni suban fin we ye di wie na akɔkɔwe over 2 million votes na se papa no na ono na Kennedy Agyapong no ono akɔka sei na akɔka sei e de na wo kan ye nsɛm ɔkae bia ɛnokre papa no tina dodo wana na asɔfo kora so political prophet no
ampe na asɛm
ɔmo feeling the dread because ɔbɛka no kora naturally no saa na nyame ayɛ no nti ɛnokre ka no na nokre deɛ wana ampe no kora isa mpi before ya nti yenya isa suban no na enti saa na ɔmo de saa kinkrenkre na ɔmo kɔkɔgye ade ne tum so ɔmo de ba enya ade we wetima ayɛ adwuma ɛwɔ NPP party.
All right, Palatium Properties in Como anamene wo ADA Palatium Properties se me fanto anim se ka asase obetena so de a ye wo bebre edema ye won sase e wo dodoa waterworks afi ye won sase e wo dodoa odumse ye san won sase e wo Shy Hills na ye san so won sase e wo ye Ebri Pukrom and afi ye san won sase e wo ye East Legon Hills na nokra ne se ye ne asase no ye se bra e 20,000 Ghana cedis per plot eno no ye twama we are to 5,000 Ghana cedis afei we wie ne sa no hyase se oye project nia aka no ye spread them out within 1 solid year we tua ne kakran afei eno na chi no se bia na wa hyase mo ya asore mo ye mo project project bi ba bia duru no musika sema hoden apem ankrankro bia wusi wudan wusi fie ba bia duru no sika sema hoden asia bomodin se obeba Palatium Properties nchen sanse ye ne banks no ewo eye enkitawode esronko a eno nti no ye benye sika ababe wie amawo na yesima wie na akotene mu a say 20 years 10 years 15 years na ya spread the amount na wutua ne nkakra se ompe we a minim ne a opebiem bomodin se obeba na afei woni ebedin sawso afei ebia na wa amanone ne ehia ne se woni Palatium Properties bidding komo fausika sem bibia afafa yeso obeba no na fie no esiwo complete sane a wope no saa ene ye edema wo Palatium Properties ewo Madina ye office no ewo Ritz Junction ye ne Marina Supermarket no ena eben ho frey na fe ye nin komo ewo 0243 354100 0243 354100 and afi 0551 499 919 0551 499 919 na one Palatium Properties any enkomo ebusuan braso say mo text messages mo messages ana commenter mo de fa Facebook and afi YouTube and WhatsApp e de bae no yetimi kan ni nyina ede emaw eno nti menua ba eye Manuel ye na mede na mane Noela Kofi Maudini na etete me no. Noela Asante are ready. Yeah. What the message no Baba et say
Nyamiado Mr. Inko.
Bibia she we wanya bibia di.
Nyamiado yes, ye nyakakra, ya call lunchaba.
Lawyer awda enyama bia nam kwan so ba.
Oh really?
Enti uwie pe.
I have to take
Albert na de beba.
Okay.
Albert na de beba.
Our able accountant.
Exactly.
All right. Sure.
Exactly.
And they'll be what swag pass, so they're very happy today. So swag, and I think she's really feeling it.
And
it is a later I'll be backstage down in Akasa.
Oh, Samum. Yes. And you're also Namakuhuno.
All right, sure, no problem.
It's an MMR how many minutes?
Let's do 10. 10 minutes we'll do, yes.
And
5 there.
Mama 10.
Obusia for ya damasipi somebody mufidi na to Oman FM and in the 2 television. I was in the page media is Yamamunina akwaba. Na as usual send ye no ye bema mu messages mo agentra mo dia fa YouTube and WhatsApp so abana ye bekin kan ni nyina ma ye frame Noela Sante na ye shasi as usual the champion Kwame Malizi and Winnie champion they are always tuned in into ye fa omo messages no and shasi and ye shasi na me de Malizi say honorable Ken all the way NPP4 and they Ken 4 she is connected ni ento so a champion Kwame say good afternoon Mr. Inkum current NPP leadership want to dribble Kennedy Kwame Agyapong, but Honorable is a good player than them. He's watching live from the Wu Ekriapim. He also said Honorable is not going to entertain any top to bottom or top to down approach. They shouldn't dare us. He's still watching from the Wu Ekriapim. And lastly, he said, good afternoon, Mr. Inko. Mr. Albert is right. The NPP is for men like Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, very brave and also financially strong. He's watching live from the Equiapim for Yamamunina, and I say Mamajo. Yaw Abbas yes, trust is the key word, but not monetization or buying delegates' votes. I hope someone is taking something out of it. Ma Winnie Champo says, Mr. Inkum, you swag this afternoon. Keep up the good work, guys. God is with you, guys. So be bold and say it as it is. See no pain, Kencity all the way, shaping the nation beyond the limit. You are blessed. Yada was a Palma Winnie a champion.
Yana Winnie a champion.
Yes, please. Yada na Winnie a champion.
Yes,
Mami, that's a far. She always brings her messages into the piano. Emmanuel Eshen to say, I personally hate the analogy that some candidates went 2-3 times before winning. Does that mean even if you have no message, you should be allowed to waste time? Ama New York one says Bawumia's wife claiming to report by she can afford to buy 25,000 euros back. How hypocrite is that? And claiming to have good ideas. What idea, the bad economy, do you deliver? That is from Ama New York. I don't know if she's actually testing or testing from New York. There, Kwame TV3 says, Mr. Inkum, I'm watching you live from Ofankor 7-Day Junction. I made my own show because of Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. I take his advice. At that time, I was in Bantama.
Your call has been put on hold.
There was a papa. Kwame, I will free of Frankor 7 days. Okay, I'm a New York again says if the party is destroyed, Baumia doesn't care because he hasn't sacrificed anything for the party. There is no contribution. He has enjoyed the party to become a vice president and enrich himself. We gave you a position as a vice president. Why did you not deserve it? And we gave you a chance to do something you couldn't deliver. So step aside. That is from Alma New York 1. Malizi said, brother, see no pain. Yes, we are seeing its pain here. Malizi said, I'm connected to a family. That's a Malizi. George Mensah say, Latter-day Saints. Who is the Latter-day Saints, George Mensah? And we have Isaac Tango. Isaac Tango says, Kennedy come 2028. How much does he say? We need a visionary leader like Honorable Ken and not storytellers like Bawumia. So no Ken, no vote. Philomena Yabua Mensah say, Messi no pain, I'm fully connected. Black Soul say, I want to know what Baulaya has contributed to the NPP party. Yao Abansu say, Kodia stated on a radio station that Asin South NP in Team Fojo proposed the top-down approach. If that is indeed true, was in Team Fojo attempting to undermine Honorable Kennedy? That is from Yao Aban Wanka Bebia or Chuefe, but that is a legit question. I hope our panelists can answer that question for you, Yao Aban. Moving on, Emmanuel Eshen said, can someone help pinpoint the impact of Bawumia's rich ideas he claims after the 8 years as second gentleman of the land? I mean something tangible, no digital something. Emmanuel wants to know any tangible contributions that Bawumia has made over the last 8 years. LA says no can, no vote. No one is the current leader and owner of the NPP, according to ex-president Kofo. Joaz say, hey lawyer, I am illiterate. Your level of academic English is above my comprehension, but your type is so good.
Yes,
Also, Mr. Okachi, I am only a watchman. Why? But if you are able to type, your level of academic English is above my comprehension, then you are also very good. You might say, okay, they should know that Bawumia is not the owner and the leader of the NPP. Brighter say no can, no vote. Yao Aban BMOC. In fact, I like today's submission. I hope to see it repeated throughout the week. Tomorrow is the last day of the week, though. Yao, don't forget it. Okay, but another one from earlier. See, Bawumia started tribal and religion politics in northern region when campaigning against Pre-Mahama. And last but not least, from Agyapong Kwame again from the work happening, he says, Honorable Kennedy Kwame Agyapong is the man of the moment. Dr. Blaming Bawumia doesn't come near him a bit. My regards to all the members and friends of Kencity Association. Tienfa YouTube messages means all
right, enti ma menkomra on that note. Ubetime afre na fe so abemfa submission fabra. It was 0240550899. 0240550899. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, onwenti mi enyina so eti ma yehwe na yentoa so 0240550899. Ubetimi afre na fe wabem tabia takum enkomo ana mene edie. Tabia takum eye adwumeku a mene e kasei waboa mema papa meka mema ye nyina ye ka ho mene Albert ye nyina ye ka ho ya chese ene tabia nti be mebia edi ahurisie isanse vima ye di kofie ni confidence ai di kofie no enya asem keto akra abusua se utie me na ohweme a no kra wo mu ne se na adwumaden a ye wo Ghana ha ena afei enuane a edidi di no automatically dru ba bi a affected bema nti dru ba bi a ye hu adro na ne tabia takum no ye bottles mu de e wo ho ana afei ye sanso e wo sachets mu de enso so wo ho a wonso so nya bi e beboa ba bi a ye ton dro bia ko so pe tabia takum a wonsa betimi akabi afei se ekoba ne se bia open dodo no watu akoton enso so abusua frey na ye no eni nkomo ewo 0243 686861 0243 686861 na afei woni tabia takum edi enkomo ebebo apa esansa mankokrafo nyina no ene wo mu nyina adane mrante a ahoden no ewo soro ma mento aso na afei yemfa course no emra. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nyame adom me ho ye No Pein.
We can say this.
Opani wudi any baby afrefri na bone tew na wonu aso mbra bi.
So ko do break it. Na the person is that is something. If you say what say APP but no say that very you know that. I'm going to power. What to be that? It is that what you are. But you are telling for I will say I'm coming friend. Yeah, you share you want to go for money now. If I be out that's what we got. That's what we go for that's what we got. I don't think I'm for no man for. What for be out with them pay. I'm the banner with a proper shot. And what to say? Huh? I was talking to you. You know what I'm going to do. If you say, that's what I'm going to do. I want to show you. But 1 million, let me come to you. What you are saying? If you want to be now, no, I'm going to market some money. Okay. But we are over not in some. We will spend time. Okay, I'm going to market some money. The one also in the past. And not about else on you. It's only be. Let me part of my family. Let me know what. But I want to talk.
Men so me da se papa fema yento aso na wo mo aka nso so emre mu bi 0243 0240 550899. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. All right. Ono entimi enyina so ti ma yento aso na yenko. Hello, good afternoon. Sinopen. Yeah. Opani we dey ba bia free na monitor na onu amumra mu bi.
But Richard. Na mi pisni ba bodo. Pisina bala ne go again. Former financial first minister. Na the last request I said, I said I'm going to and cast 2 terms with your meter. Obi action say about last year that the problem in Ghana. Last year I'm getting some say no, say I never come. So we say it is not moving back and Obi action we get that was down for me. Just not now I said, but we got our cat some more than here. The star the boy say every understand the past. Me running this one Tabano. Opa only our uncle.
Mate, me da se papa nyame nhira o se wo de aba ansa na be frɛ no mpacho ma radio no nkɔfom TV nkɔfom tie mi wo phone so na nkomo no enye de. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sinopen
You can't see me here.
Opani wudi ni baby afrefri ni yo.
Yo mede obodai and I'm a category boy happy. Now we dey let your mark asema akomi. The name ya mutemu na apara for say all of le kabeo. When last to 2023, no let me over Umia, but Umia enter the local me fair fight. And me police station 5 no. Obi no over to Umia. Anti amana munya botare mo ka ti apeni so ba ju mo bedri mo si lawyer nya oka e your friend ke nru anu mo ye ni boko ni e be ye ni boko wa sama me da wati
men so me da se papa say odo de e de abem. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sinopen
you come to me
opani wudin baby afrefri ni enti o
me de come
Kobi ma enti o
no pa so ba mi ado me bata na do disai me yi de 20 then no ko test na de test plan o ya dia mu do ado e ba mi so ti ni de yo an so fundamental
me da se watcha ni tew na unu aso ento aso 0240550899. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, ono antimi anyina so enti yenhwe ne frofrefofofo. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Me dey
Hello, oba se wa gina yie na nya abotre kasa.
me dey yaso we ka papa chamani town. Ya dey sra ni ya dey tai. I want the need abedi e se da ta o se yesre no. Ya pa de chopa. Party no ya ye dey president too. And I bet in the time to call you Memuda. Ono no aba. And at time they are banti say yesre no a onto no ho me na ya fu de ni estate. He said so I contribute to a party ni. And I can work with the more. And I want ya ka de ma na wo yo. And the vote of only the work with you. Oh, when you have it at any minute, that's what we work with you. And you are not the look of what I can see you, none of them. So much you are a day kata. Because we work with him, or there is not the party next one. Papa, when she then got about December and you, and you go to the good and yet, and simply work with you. Our Metino. Yes, Ramo, yes, Ramo, who put that in nothing got the second of all time. I said, you're kind of the other. But by that, I never knew a moment you were. Why the party of what they said to us, and move along to 41. That's not a person, not a person or you to that's a party one of the session I said to them that. Let I say the also on the other part. Because once you go for the other side, nothing I could tell you. You have got money. Now, as you can say, what I thought them would say that. And you put the end and you're not for you or a kind of problem. Can you know for the thing? Party can leave your character. I mean, it's not that you are the kind of problem we are now. As long as I'm the whole you, stand by your mother knows my your power with your power already damning. Yes, Ramo, they are going to stand over me as my if you are on the top. No, I may stand by me after the paper. And that's on your mother, yes, that's on your mind. When the can pay for no can no vote, I think what if you are about me after this from me, then I have you. Bye bye.
Medase, Mamma Sewa, Ma Yentwaso, Nafi Yankuanim. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, thank you.
No Pein.
I can't say it.
Would you baby a free fini until?
But I'm not going to every castle.
Nana, yet you.
But I'm thank you. You think I'm not another project. I'm just made a partnership. Set a female to see. What made you come to say? I'm a sister. Madonna couldn't let me. Then we born up the back. Not a possible. I'm going to say, you must have never correct. You get always. And say, go to my and then one back. It's your problem. It's honorable. It's not honorable. Not the stop it this me. I'm here this me. If you put them this, the one of it is a problem. I mean, what is the the honorable the point. The point for you now, yes. I didn't want to say. What shall we do if the monkey? The one man, the one man, not one out all men, and they can chew. And Pocahontas, the weather Canadian. You know, from the four times, who never believe that way. What do we have? 2 o'clock here, yes. But you can say, no, but I'm not going to say that you make that. What do you never have to say?
Medase, Nana, my face here, why na Yentwaso, ewo, if ya. So, Noah, Mammy Mau, 2 minutes, wrong. Mammy Mau 1 minute. Why? Mema 1. Mema 1. I didn't know 2. 2 for 1, I'm smart for 1. Yes,
okay. Sure, no problem. Okay. All right. Let me read the first and the last message. Making kind messages back on you, penny and call. So may kind of way through what for Lord all the way from Asokore Koforidia or say. No matter the political bias against Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, he remains the choice of the people, and no matter what any mortal man does, he will still emerge victorious. Even his name or his sums everything up. Can't you see this? Remember that no can, no vote, and that's on period. From Wafa Lord all the way from Asokore, and this one is coming from who? Let's see. Oh, it's a long one. Let's look for another one. This one is coming all the way from Ima Hebron. He says, good afternoon, Mr. Inkum. The man is giving deep analysis, and I think Baumia shouldn't make any attempt to contest again. Also, he says, the same thing, the same messages. The man is giving critical, deep analysis, and I think Baumia shouldn't make an attempt to contest again just to save our great party. We need a new face to bring the NPP back to power from Ima Hebron. Inti ye dibesi ya nyambo chinane atwaso with ye WhatsApp messages ni damu nyina amase.
All right, thank you very much, lawyer. Inti ma yemra me ma wonso sema ba akope won na afi yen sorry enko. Amanfo asema omoka obi kan asem yo se honorable Ken ba no obedi no wie no okwa ne vice president on ne beba no one ne nyina anko. Na yenjai no omo a ahya ase from akire no womonso intimi emre bi.
Oh, no, yes, no, watch a fan adventure. Name no, a nyadia ye part in the position, I say, San and Rano a canoe.
Oh, so say, I am part in the Mubejo.
Part in the Muyanasa, and no, as soon as I part in Beju. Because I won't be back from Uncle Sanson and Cranson, so don't talk one neighbor. Until only a ma, necessarily in my part in the Munjo. The Bema part in the Marjune say, a beck canoe cray. election process say dey go ho yen aka say constitution NPP constitution ne ka say yen fa nya adwuma ye constitution 1992 constitution ka say yen fa nhye yen fa ngu ho no san nhye yen mi na si ehwe ne edi so ne gya say ya say chinchim obi nsa say pese ade no favor obi na kwa eno ne emfa bibia ba enye say top to bottom approach no yen aka say papa Kwame Ohene Agyapong osuro ena obi ansusuro ne mom omoto no ase omoto no mfinfini omoto no soro papa na be wini ne mom de kan nyina say yemfa mranya adwuma na NPP party a ne ye etu ahene si ahene wo democracy mu a ye ne ekosoa democracy free ni kurom de bae die na yesuba aye tantantanzan
lawyer mame na wasese obae
e yesuba ne
ye be sanso ahia ebiem mene lawyer Akresi Japan na mene no edi enkomo abusua ye de dwumadie no ye de asi ewa ha na asemo Tabia Takum eso yasene afi Palladium Properties eboayen Heart Builders Real Estate enso so eboayen ye de si ye frame Mr Income nyame ya adom a echena ye be sanso aba na afi ya to aso na echena nyankopon ya adom a ye ne eye honorable Jojo Rocky Open ene ye ne no ebehia ewa ha na ye di enkomo abusua ye de si sinupen ye cannot send ya we are out.